Hey, Facebook friends, it's so good to be with you today, man. Do I have a treat for you? Those of you that have been watching my videos lately, look at this guy right here. Look at that smile.
Hey, Facebook, how are you?
I want to introduce you to Frank Simpson, Wealth Management Specialist. Frank and I talk about 10 times a week, and we talk about all kinds of issues. I'm glad that you're watching because we're about to drop some knowledge on you that is really going to help you. Frank, why don't we talk, first of all, right to get to the point, because we don't want to waste people's time. The reason I have you on today is we want to talk about because people have budgets, whether we practice them or not, whether they're written down or verbal budgets. How can you help us trim the budget so that we can do more things with our money in a productive manner?
You know, I get this question all the time, Jose, and it's really simple. I mean, if we really take a deep look at our budget to get an idea of where we can trim some of the fat in our budget.
All right.
I mean, one of the things that I often come back to is where we're spending our money to buy, to eat. And quite frankly, I mean,
Wait, did you say eat?
I said eat.
It's one of my favorite hobbies, Frank. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm really listening now.
You know, all of us go to the grocery store and buy the food that we believe we're going to be eating for whatever duration it is, whether it's whether it's a week or whether it's 2 weeks. We buy the food that we think we need, but then often we go out when we're at work. We want to go get something that's convenient, so we'll go buy, something from Chipotle or one of our favorite restaurants. And I think there's studies that say that the average person spends about $13 on eating food out, compared to if they made that same meal at home, they would only spend $4. So that's really a $9 differential that's going outside of your house that you can keep inside of your house. I think there's a similar study that says the average person spends about $3,000 per year just per person on eating out. So one individual, if you took that same $3,000 and trimmed it out of your budget and kept it back at home, put it to work for you, let's say in an investment that's going to yield you somewhere between the S&P 500 average, that same $3,000 over a 10-year period would equal to $50,000 per person. So for someone like myself and a family of 5, I mean, we're talking about $250,000 back in my pocket versus being with my favorite, food chain.
So you're asking us to trim the eating out from our budgets. Some people, and we've done the research to prepare for this live Facebook event, most families eat out 4 times a week. So we're talking even more money than you mentioned. So you're asking us to trim money off our budget by not eating out so much. And then what should we do with that money?
So again, let's go back to that example. Let's say $9 net, or $9 in the negative going out the door every day that you eat out. Let's say if you're eating out $50 per week that's going out the door, if you multiply that by 4 weeks in a month on average, you're talking about $200 per month. I think that, our friends on Facebook can utilize that money to become more disciplined, not only in their financial health, but also in their personal health, where you come in as, again, my personal, fitness coach. I know you've helped me with some of the things that I want to accomplish with my own personal health. And I think that same money can be reallocated to work better for you, not only financially, but physically as well. And I know you can speak to that.
And here's a secret, Frank, because Frank and I, this is how it dovetails together. Not only are you going to save $50,000 per person over 10 years, but if you also invested in our program where we teach you to stay trim like Frank, like myself, when you get to be in your 50s, and some of you are pushing that 40s, 50s, then you begin to enjoy the money that you saved. You worked so hard, but you got to have the health to enjoy that money and to play with the grandchildren and to still go out and do the cross fitness stuff that some of my friends are into. So you got to have the money and the health. So this is why Frank and I work together, because it's, as a life coach and as a wealth management specialist, we're looking out for your best interests. So you can save money off your budget, stop eating out so much, allocate that money with a wealth specialist like Frank that will help you get a better interest rate on that and invest that money, and then have the physical discipline through our program that we've been telling you about, so that you can enjoy that money when you need to.
Yep, totally agree.
So there's our wealth tip for today. Be looking out for more wealth tips with Frank and myself. Frank, thanks very much for your time. And may I say, you're looking very dapper today.
I'm just digging into my Southern family roots with the checkered shirt and the suspenders.
You look very snappy today, Frank. How's that? Now, do us a favor. If you like this video, please hit I liked what Frank said. Also, share it with your friends. Guys, we need to help each other. I'll be honest with you. If you help people lose weight, if you help people save money, you're making an incredible investment in people. And that's what we're all about. Thanks for watching.
Yep.